everyone, this is Mr. Henry C. I'm going to quickly show you all how to write an equation from your x-intercepts. So here I have two x-intercepts, 2 and 5, and our x-intercepts are basically x is equal to 2, x is equal to 5. Now I can rewrite this as x minus 2 is equal to 0, and x minus 5 is equal to 0. Now our x-intercepts are where y equals 0, so I basically have two equations where y equals 0, and to get my quadratic equation, I'm going to multiply these together. So I have x minus 2 times x minus 5. So I have a binomial times a binomial. I'm going to multiply it together. So our first term is x times x, so that gives us x squared. We then have negative 2 times x, which is negative 2x. Then we have x times negative 5 minus 5x. And finally we have negative 2 times negative 5. Negative times a negative is a positive, so we have a positive 2 times 5 is 10. We can then combine our like terms, giving us x squared minus 7x plus 10. That is the equation for our quadratic. Now you may also run into a case like this where you have a 0 and a 9, or some other number. So we have x minus 0 times x minus 9. Now x minus 0 is just x, so I'm going to leave it as x times x minus 9, and that just saves me some time of having to deal with that 0 in the FOIL, so I can rewrite this as x squared minus 9x. Alright. So here's a little bit of a tricky one. So with the subtracting over from the right side, I basically switched the sign of our number. So I went from a positive 2 to a negative 2. I went from positive 5 to a negative 5. Here I have a negative 6. The opposite of a negative 6 will be a positive 6. So I'm going to have x plus 6. And then our second term, we have x plus 3 halves. Sorry, this should be a minus. Minus 3 halves. Now if I set it up as the x is equal to 2/3 again, or sorry, 3 halves, then when I am solving for moving that x over, I'll multiply both sides by 2, so I have 2 times 2, the 2's cancel out on the right side, give me 2x is equal to 3. I'll subtract that 3, giving me 2x minus 3 is equal to 0. So whenever you have a fraction like this, you can just rewrite it with the denominator moved out in front. You're still going to have the opposite for your sign, but this will save you having to FOIL with a fraction, which can get kind of messy. So we have x plus 6 times 2x minus 3. I'll now FOIL this, so I have x times 2x. That gives me 2x squared. I then have x times negative 3, that is minus 3x. 6 times 2x, that is plus 12x, plus 6 minus 3, that is minus 18. So when I combine like terms, my final equation will be 2x squared. Negative 3 plus 12 is 9 minus 18. So I'm not going to go ahead and FOIL this one, but I'll just quickly talk about what this symbol means. This symbol means plus or minus. It's just a compact way of writing pretty much the same number with two different signs. So I have x is equal to positive 2 and x is equal to negative 2. So when you go to make your equation, you'll have x minus 2 times x plus 2. Now, there are, at the bottom of your worksheet, some problems with square roots. You don't have to do those. You can try, and if you do, go ahead and give yourself a pat on the back. But most of this worksheet, it's just going to be this. You don't have to worry about the square roots. Have a good rest of your day.